Hello and welcome to Mlc Tv News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Abuja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Morna Balagugu and these are the headlines. Federal government ready to undertake enumeration of empty houses nationwide as part of the measures to address housing deficit. INEC releases revised timetable for 2023 general elections. EU shuts airspace to Russian planes, and Liverpool clinches Carabao Cup. And now the news in details. The federal government says it will undertake enumeration of empty houses nationwide as part of the measures to address housing deficit. The Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, said this while answering questions during a town hall meeting in Abuja on Saturday. According to him, the ministry has called on the National Population Commission to help it in undertaking the task while conducting the national population census to have a more precise need of Nigerians. Fashola said he was also engaging some consultants in his ministry to do a sampling data on empty houses. He said this will be done to address concerns about the access to housing. He said a lot of empty houses unoccupied, how many they are and why they are empty. Speaking on workers benefiting from the National Housing Scheme, Fashola said an agreement had been reached with Labour to allocate 10% of houses to workers. In addition, he disclosed a portal has been created on the web. People who are interested in acquiring the National Housing Program in the 34 states should go to the ministry's website, download the form, fill the form, show ID card, show that they are a taxpayer, and process the form online. They have eliminated the process where people are selling forms with human interference. The minister said they have a lot of issues surrounding the housing sector, hence the portal had helped in reducing such issues and unnecessary accusations by the members of the public pertaining to sale of forms. He said that the ministry was also collaborating with the head of service under the FISH program where workers contribute to the National Housing Fund for home renovation project under the Federal Mortgage Bank policy. According to him, this is also a way to ensure that workers get access to the National Housing Program, thereby reducing further the house deficit. Federal Ministry of Mines and Steel Development has promised to assist artisanal and small-scale miners in KOGI State with grant and incentive to enhance mining activities in the state. Speaking at a sensitization program organized for solid minerals stakeholders by Miners Association of Nigeria KOGI State Chapter held in Ejule, Ofu local government area of KOGI State, the principal technical officer of the ministry, Engineer Obasi Wadigwe, disclosed that the federal government, through the ministry, is desirous of investing vigorously to encourage youth to participate actively in mining activities to improve their income generation. According to him, artisanal and small-scale miners constitute 95% of mining activities in sub-Saharan Africa, saying government investment in the sector will generate employment for youths and as well take them away from all forms of criminal activities. He charged artisanal miners in the state to form cooperatives to enable them benefit from the federal government support and training, and also cautioned them against the hazard in mining. The chairman, Coal Buyers Association, KOGI Eastern Senatorial District, Gabriel Onoja, commended President Muhammadu Buhari for formalizing the activities of artisanal miners in Nigeria with plans to use the ministry to train, empower, and grant miners license to operate on the mining deposit sites in KOGI State. According to him, this arrangement, if actualized, youth's restiveness and other forms of social ills in the society will be addressed, saying the youth will now channel their time and energy to productive economic activities with income-generating outcomes. Earlier, the state chairman of Miners Association of Nigeria, Uruma Yunusa, admonished mining companies to always engage in an open agreement to avoid incessant crises with host communities. The Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, Ignatius Kaigama, has called on President Muhammadu Buhari to listen to the cries of Nigerians and intensify action to resolve the problem of lingering fuel scarcity and the one-month warning strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities. Kaigama made the appeal during the dedication of Holy Cross Parish Gwarimpa in Abuja. According to him, Nigerian leaders must not ignore the voice of reason. Kaigama said the nation will achieve greater progress when people truly listen to one another in mutual respect. Government leaders must listen to their citizens, politicians must listen to the people they represent. This is the path to enduring peace, greater solidarity, and harmony in society, and the best way to resolve problems such as the lingering fuel scarcity in the nation and the ASU one-month warning strike to press home their demands from the government. In politics, the signing of the long-awaited Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2022 into law by President Muhammadu Buhari in the week under review has continued to attract encomiums and positive comments from political actors, including oppositions, in favor of the president. Reports have it that the president has also won the hearts of the social-political organizations, including the Ohaneze Ndigbo, Pan-Niger Delta Forum PANDEF, and the Middle Belt Forum NBF following the signing of the bill. Also, the Inter-Party Advisory Council IPAC, which is umbrelled body of the all registered political parties in Nigeria, described the signing of the bill as a big achievement for the 2023 elections. According to IPAC, with the signing of the bill, Buhari has improved the electoral legal framework of the country. While signing the bill, Buhari, however, highlighted the need to amend Section 8412, which contravenes the rights of political office holders to vote or be voted for in political party conventions and congresses. According to him, the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2022, passed by the National Assembly, holds a lot of promises for improving the election process with lasting legacy to the country. They said signing of the bill by the President, the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC on Saturday announced the shifting of the Presidential and National Assembly elections from February 18th to February 25th, 2023. The governorship election was also shifted to March 11, 2023 from 24th, 2023. The chairman INEC, Mahmood Yakubu, has announced April 2022 as the date for all political parties to conduct their primaries ahead of the general elections fixed for the 25th of February next year. A timetable available to journalists at a news conference in Abuja directed all political parties to conduct party primaries and resolve all disputes arising from the primaries between the 4th of April to 3rd of June. According to INEC, the submission of nomination forms by political parties is as scheduled as follows. President and National Assembly, 10th of June to 17th June 2022. And Governorship and State Assemblies, 1st of July to 15th July 2022. Reports revealed that already aspirants have begun to crisscross the country for consultations and mobilize groups in readiness for the primaries. The publisher of Aviation magazine, Daily Momodu, has said the excitement Nigerians have shown towards the 2023 presidential election was an indication that they were ready to restore lost hope. Magodu spoke in Ogun, Osun State, during a visit to the community where his mother hails from. Speaking at the palace of Olufi of Bogan Oba Adetoyese, Oyeniyi, Magodu recalled how Nigerians supported late Moshood Abiola in the 1999 presidential election, saying he was prepared to pursue his presidential ambition, not minding the caliber of others in the race. He said he has been greatly humbled by the excitement already generated, which reminds him of how it was 29 years ago when a good friend and his own adopted father, Abiola, threw his heart in the ring. It is very obvious that Nigerians are eager to restore the promise of hope and the accompanying peace and joy that is lost. We'll be right back after the break. Please stay with us.
Every country has its peculiar system of government. In Nigeria, we practice democracy, and this is applicable in some countries across the globe, including the United States of America. What is democracy? It is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. In the political arena, we are ready to x-ray how we play politics in Nigeria and other countries. The challenge of power shift syndrome, how it has impacted or affected the people. How can we make it better for all? Join Fatima Yakub on Mlc TV online every Saturday by 9 p.m. to discuss and examine all about the politics and the power that be.
Mr. President, I was once there as an opposition senator. There was never a time that we called the president at that time, who was a PDP president, an insult, because this is our institution. And if we don't conduct ourselves with dignity and respect, nobody will respect us.
The heads of security in Nigeria made several different explanations for killings of our citizens.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby forward for the confirmation by the Senate the appointment of the underlisted nominees as National Commissioners and Resident Electoral Commissioner for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
To watch us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV. Like our Facebook page, Mlc TV, and follow us on our Instagram, Mlc TV 2021. We are here to inform, educate, and to criticize constructively. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. On security and crime, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Baba, has ordered the posting of Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG Bala Senchi, as AG Deputy Inspector General, DIG, Department of Operations Force Headquarters, Abuja, and DIG representing Northwest Geopolitical Zone. The IGP also ordered the redeployment of AIG Ali Janga, AIG Balasi Roma, and AIG Ndasu Mohammed to AIG Police Mobile Force, AIG Federal Operations, and AIG Zone 7 Abuja respectively. Baba said the posting redeployment of the senior officers is due to the recent vacuum occasioned by the retirement of DIG Zaki Ahmed, the DIG representing the Northwest Geopolitical Zone, and the immediate past DIG in charge of operations, AIG John Abang, AIG PMF, after the completion of their statutory years of service. According to the statement by the Acting Force Public Relations Officer, CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, the new Deputy Inspector General of Police Operations, AIG Bala Zamasenchi, a consummate police officer, holds a BA in history. The Kebbi State Bond Corps has held many command positions, including the Commissioner of Police, Police Staff College, JOS, and Jigawa Police Command, until his recent promotion. Posting, he was the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Community Policing, Force Headquarters, Abuja. AIG Ali Janga, who takes charge of the mantle of leadership of the Police Mobile Force, holds a Bachelor of Laws degree from the University of Maiduguri, a member of the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPSS. The Borno-born police officer has held several strategic positions in the past. These include Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 10, Sokoto, Commissioner of Police, Police Mobile Force, Federal Operations, and KOGI Command, amongst others. Until his recent posting as the AIG in charge Police Mobile Force, he was in charge of the Department of ICT Force Headquarters in Abuja. In the same vein, AIG Balasi Roma, who takes over the duties and responsibilities of the Office of the AIG FedDops, Department of Operations Force Headquarters in Abuja, holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Geography from the University of Maiduguri and a postgraduate certificate in Corruption Studies from the Hong Kong University. He is a member of Certified Fraud Examiners. Prior to his posting as the AIG Fed Corps, he was the AIG Zone 7 Abuja, and he also served as Commissioner of Police, FCT Police Command, and Head of Operations, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, amongst others. Adejobi added AIG Dasu Aliyu Mohammed, who has been redeployed to supervise police activities in Zone 7 Abuja, holds a bachelor degree in political science and sociology from the Bayero University, Kano, and member of the National Disaster Management Board. The Abuja-born police officer has held several command positions in the past. These include Commissioner of Police, Anti-Fraud Section Force Criminal Investigations Department, Abuja, Commissioner of Police Enugu and Borno Police Commands, amongst others. Until his recent posting as the AIG Zone 7 Abuja, he was the AIG in charge of the FedOps Force Headquarters Abuja. The IGP charged the senior officers to bring their vast experiences and professionalism to bear in the leadership of their respective departments, commands, so as to enhance the ongoing drive at repositioning the force for improved service delivery. He said the postings redeployments are with immediate effect. Men of the Ogun State Police Command have arrested 5 suspected cultists for allegedly killing a policeman, Akim Oseni. The suspects, who were said to have been on the wanted list of the command, were arrested in their hideout along the Molipa Road, Ijebu-Ode, while planning another attack. The State Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Abimbola Oyeyemi, in a statement identified the suspects as Shegun Olabiyim, Musa Atanda, Olamide Odewale, and Peter Akinyemi. He noted that the men were arrested following information received by policemen attached to the Obalende Divisional Headquarters in Ijebu-Ode. Oyeyemi said the police were told that the hoodlums, who were members of the IA confraternity, were gathering in groups at the back of the Prime Hotel in preparation for an attack. Upon the information, the DPO Obalende Devotion SP Salami Murphy mobilized his men and headed for the scene. On sighting the policemen, the hoodlums engaged them in a gun battle, but they were subdued by the superior firepower of the policemen, which eventually led to the arrest of 5 amongst them, while others escaped with bullet injuries. Recovered at the scene of the encounter were 1 locally made shotgun, 2 live cartridges, and assorted criminal charms. A police spokesman said they also confessed to have been involved in some robbery operations in Ijebu-Ode and its environs, and that one of their prominent leaders, simply known as Peth, was killed in one of the robbery operations. The PPRO said the Commissioner of Police, Larry Bankole, applauded the professional performance of his men and directed that the suspects be transferred to the State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department for discreet investigation. The Federal Capital Territory FCT Police Command says it has uncovered a kidnapper's den in a forest within the Kuje area of Abuja. A statement issued by the command spokesperson DSP Josephina Ade said operatives of the command rescued at least 10 kidnapped victims in Gwarimpa community, Kuje area of the territory. The PPRO noted that the operation, which occurred during the weekend, followed a prompt response by the command to report that some members of the community were whisked into the forests by criminal elements. The SP Josephina Ade said the Commissioner of Police, Federal Capital Territory, FCT Command, CP Babaji, Sunday immediately directed the operatives to comb the forest, arrest the criminal elements, and rescue their victims. According to her, the rescued victims will be reunited with their families as soon as they are confirmed medically stable. The SP Ade said the Commissioner of Police, while registering the command's unflinching commitment to combating crimes and criminality in the FCT, calls on residents to remain vigilant and to cooperate with the police, especially on the rendition of prompt, useful information on any suspicious occurrence. And from our foreign desk, the EU has imposed a blanket flight ban on Russian planes, the head of the European Commission's Ursula von der Leyen. He said they are shutting down EU airspace for Russian-owned, Russian-registered, or Russian-controlled aircraft. All such planes, including the private jets of oligarchs, will now be unable to land in or take off from a flyover in any EU nation. Russian planes have also been banned from the UK airspace. Russia's biggest airline, Aeroflot, said it will cancel all flights to European destinations until further notice in a retaliatory move on Sunday. Ahead of the decision, European countries had been closing their airspace one by one. Germany said its ban would last 3 months. Departure boards at Moscow's Domodedovo and Sheremetyevo airports showed dozens of cancellations on Sunday, including flights to Paris, Vienna, Kaliningrad. Russia's S7 airline said on Facebook it will cancel flights to many of its European destinations at least 13th March. Russia has been responding with tit-for-tat restrictions on countries banning its flights. The Commission president said the EU was also going to ban Russia's state-owned news outlets, Sputnik and Russia Today, widely seen as a mouthpiece for the Kremlin. She said they are developing tools to ban their toxic and harmful disinformation in Europe. The restrictions on flights will require Russian airlines to take circuitous routes, resulting in longer flight times. Commercial airlines are also avoiding airspace around Ukraine, Moldova, and Belarus following Russia's invasion. In the US, Delta Airlines said it will suspend the flight booking agreement with Russia's Aeroflot. The UK's ban on Russian flights led Moscow to retaliate with a similar curb on British planes. The telecoms company Ericsson put contractors' lives at risk by insisting they continued working in territory controlled by the Islamic ISIS group in Iraq, according to a leaked Ericsson report by BBC News Arabic. This resulted in them being kidnapped by ISIS militants, the reports finds. Ericsson is one of the world's biggest telecom companies and a key player in rollout of 5G networks in the UK, having replaced Chinese telecoms firm Huawei after security concerns. The latest revelations from last week's admission by Ericsson chief executive Paul J. Elcombe in response to the leaked document that money had been paid by the company to access quicker transport routes in Iraq at this time, and that ISIS may have been the recipients. More than $5 billion was wiped from Ericsson's market value after Elcombe's comments. The document obtained by the International Consortium of International Journalists, ICIJ, and shared with BBC and 29 other media partners is from a 2019 internal investigation into corrupt activities and briberies in 10 countries. The most serious findings centered on its operations in Iraq. When ISIS seized Iraq's second city, Mosul, in 2014, a senior Ericsson lawyer recommended shutting down the company's operation in Iraq, but senior managers ignored this. The report found they felt such an action was premature and will destroy Ericsson's business in the country, the document says. Its insistence that the country's contractors continued to work in ISIS-held territory put lives at risk because the militant group then took a number of contractors hostage, the reports found. Afan was among a group of engineers doing field work for Ericsson at the time and took over the city. He was sent with a letter on behalf of the company seeking permission from the terror group for them to continue working there. But as soon as he arrived, they were met by a pickup truck full of gunmen who seized him. He told German public broadcaster NDR, another of ICIJ's media partners. There, an ISIS fighter used his phone to call Ericsson managers and demanded the company pay $2.4 million in the area, he says. And on sports, Liverpool won the League Cup final in dramatic fashion as Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga missed the decisive penalty to give the Reds a 11-10 shootout victory after pulsating 0-0 draw at Wembley on Sunday. Jurgen Klopp's side clinched their first domestic knockout prize since 2012 League Cup when Kepa blazed his spot kick high off the bar. It was the only miss in the nerve-juggling shootout, which saw Liverpool keeper Kwame Keller score his penalty just before Kepa failed. Ironically, Kepa was sent on to the end of the extra time to replace Edward Mendy, given his reputation as penalty-saving specialist, but the Spaniard was unable to repel any of Liverpool's kick. Kepa had already endured penalty misery in the 2019 League Cup final when he petulantly refused to be substituted before a shootout defeat against Manchester City. Liverpool saw Joel Matip's second-half goal controversially disallowed for a marginal offside against Virgil van Dijk, while Chelsea had 3 goals ruled out offside later in the match. The Reds have lifted the League Cup a record 9 times, while Klopp is the first German manager to win the tournament after finally toasting Wembley's success following 2 previous defeats as a boss there. Swimming's governing body, FINA, pulled the World Junior Championships from Russia Monday and said no other events will be held in the country if this grave crisis continues. Swimming powerhouse Australia welcomed the decision, which came after criticism that FINA had been slow to follow other sports in cancelling events following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The World Junior Championships were due to be held in Kazan in August, with a short course title scheduled for December in the same city. Swimming Australia said it would be boycotting all competitions in Russia, including the World Short Course Championships, which are yet to be axed officially. The Long Course World Championships are due to be held in Hungary, which borders Ukraine, in June. Swimming Australia said it will continue to monitor the situation before a final decision on whether to attend Russia's invasion of Ukraine has sparked widespread reaction in the sports world, with the UEFA Champions League final moved to France and Formula One's Russian Grand Prix cancelled. And now to entertainment news, we join Matthias Sayodiji for all in the world of entertainment. We'll be right back.
On our foreign entertainment news, 25-year-old actor Tom Holland has been all but single-handedly propelling ticket sales at the North American movie theaters, leading two films in the top 3 spots on domestic box office charts. Over the weekend, his action-adventure Uncharted repeated #1 as his comic book epic Spider-Man No Way Home followed closely behind in 3rd place. Uncharted, Sony's long-in-the-works video game adaptation, brought in $23.2 million from 4,275 domestic venues in the second weeks of release, representing a 46% decline in revenues from its openings. That brings it to domestic total of $83.3 million. A drop around 50% is a standard for big-budget tentpoles, but making it hold a little more impressive, the film did not enjoy the rapturous review that greeted Spider-Man No Way Home. It helps that Uncharted is based on an extremely popular video game series and catered to younger males, a demographic that has been reliable going to the movies during COVID-19. Meanwhile, another Sony blockbuster, Spider-Man No Way Home, took the #3 spot with $5.7 million from 3,002 North American theaters, sliding only 23% in the 11th weekend in theaters. Since debuting on the big screen in December, the Spidey prequel has managed to stay in the top 3 on domestic box office chart, a rare feat with or without an industry-altering pandemic. Through Sunday, No Way Home has collected an enormous $779.8 million in total. Given the movie's stellar week-to-week hold, Spider-Man could soon become the 3rd movie ever to gross $800 million at the domestic box office. And on entertainment news from Africa, Nollywood actor Lateef Adedimeji has been confirmed as the lead star in Seun Olokituyi's forthcoming biopic, The Last Man Standing. According to The Nation, the actor will star as Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the biopic already in production. Confirming the role, the Ayinla actor shared, "Yes, this will be one of the defining points because this is a tough one. At the end of it all, the man himself is going to have a few things to say about my interpretation and past judgment. This is one thing that has been ringing in my head. I really don't know why I'm always called upon to play these roles. This is going to be my 4th biopic. I did Ayinla, I did Ige, I did Strangers, and now this. I believe it is the versatility and being able to key into other people and bring the character to life." Speaking of the film, producer Olukituyi cleared the air on the biopic being a propaganda to support Tinubu's presidential bid come 2023. "When we did The White Lion, a lot of people said it was a propaganda for Yaya Bello, and I asked them to wait until they saw the movie. It's a movie that seeks to entertain. In entertainment, a lot of history is embedded. I made up my mind last year that we are going to make some historical move. Apart from this, we are also doing one for the late Adedibu, Lateef Jakonde, and Professor Pella. All of this will be released within the next 12 months. Prior to The Last Man Standing, Adedimeji has starred in 3 biopics, including Tunde Kilani's Ayinla and Biodun's Ige. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for Mlc TV. Back to our caster for more stories.
Glad to have you back, and that is all on our news package today. Join us tomorrow evening via our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, to watch our news hour. You could also like and follow us through our Facebook page, Mlc TV, Instagram, Mlc TV 2021, and Twitter at Mlc TV1. For your event coverage, feedback, comments, or contributions, call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. And don't forget our special programs designed to educate, inform, entertain, and reform. These programs are Family Affairs Saturday by 7 p.m., Political Affairs Saturday by 9 p.m., and Local Government and You Friday 9 p.m. Don't forget our news is on Mondays to Friday. We are Mlc TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Mono Balagbobo, and do not forget to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Good evening, and see you tomorrow.